Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing my experience with trying to grow a nice plush lawn out of this rocky, sandy soil. This rocky layer was revealed after I hired a company to come level out my yard and install those retaining walls and fences that you see. And it came out terrific, but it did leave my yard looking like the surface of the moon. So it was time to take action and fix this. But before we get started, let's review all the stuff that I bought for this job. I have my Scott's turf building grass seed, an expandable hose, new sprinkler, and there it is, my world famous $10 tiller that I got at a yard sale. Really getting my money's worth out of it this year. And truth be told, the work going on behind the scenes is very simple and straightforward. Anyone can do it. I water that top layer of that soil. I throw down some grass seed. I water it again. I come through with the tiller to just rough everything up nicely to try and move that dirt around and get that grass seed below the dirt. And then I come through with another layer of grass seed before I water it and rake it out. Now pay special attention to this last step here. A friend of mine who's a professional landscaper gave me a great trick of the trade. This light brown material here is called peat moss. And what you do is you put it down and you water it real well. And simply put, the peat moss acts like a sponge holding water. And this is going to help that soil and grass seed beneath it remain very well saturated. And now let's sit back and relax and watch me tackle the rest of this yard before we close this video out with a summary of the things that worked very well and the mistakes that I made that you need to avoid. Before I send you on your way, let's summarize a few things. I started this project in mid-April, and here's my lawn in late May. It actually doesn't look half bad for a DIYer. And the two most important things I took away from this is you're going to need way more grass seed than you could ever imagine. You want to do what's called overseeding. And don't forget to buy peat moss, which is going to help keep that ground saturated with water. And finally, the biggest mistake I made is I didn't put down a crabgrass preventer. Look at these weeds, these clovers, and all that crabgrass. Yes, it's green and it doesn't look half bad when it's mowed, but I did all that work and preparation just for crabgrass to come in and take over everything. So make sure to look into a crabgrass and weed preventer to make sure that this doesn't happen to you after all this hard work. But there's a saying, you live and you learn, and I've certainly learned my lesson here. And if you've had something similar, please leave a comment below. And with that being said, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.